everybody! We are back. If you are listening to Everfree, if you're not listening to... Oh, I'm playing stuff. Shush! Forgot this thing was on autoplay.
Good.
I'm gonna get that out of there. Anyway.
Well done, well done.
Yay! Technical difficulties off the bat. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Forest Train.
Yeah.
It's great. It's live. It's fine.
It is live. This is how you know it's live. But yeah, so if you were tuning into Everfree, welcome back. We're still here. You can still tune into us on Everfree, everfree.net/viewer. Participate in the IRC because I'm doing some awesome giveaways and contests and stuff tonight.
Free stuff.
Free stuff!
Fancy.
Also,
now, are you doing this for Everfree, or are you doing this for Philly radio chats? Or
Yes!
You doing it
for both. Okay.
No, those stones.
So right off the bat, I'm going to say that we are doing a promo in the Everfree IRC. So if you guys are in the Philly IRC, you're going to want to jump into the Everfree IRC for this because I'm going to get this going right off the bat here. You're going to have to stick around for the entire show for this, but I am going to try to load something real quick here, and when I do, you'll sort of see it.
so you can win free stuff!
Yeah.
You never
Free stuff!
Free stuff! I give people free stuff. But yeah, so
Free stuff.
you can see that something logged into the Everfree IRC. Oh, look at all the people joining Everfree.
Oh man.
If you can see that in the IRC if you're tuned in, that Put Trust in Fate just joined, and that is a bot that One Trick is allowing me to do for tonight, because I'm going to be giving away a physical copy of this album, which looks like this. So that will be mailed out to you, but all you have to do is register with the bot, and how to do that is type ! Great to be different. Please note that staff of the show are exempt.
Oh.
I was just typing
And the first one to do it is Mike.
I'm technically not staff.
If the staff wins, then like.
People.
Salad, you're in this chat.
Oh wow.
This is my job. I try to blow up the Everfree chat. Anyway, also I just wanted to introduce real quick. Since we are simulcasting, we're doing Everfree and Philly Radio because both of these networks are dear to my heart. Specifically Philly Radio because I've been with you guys for a very long time. So I just wanted to know if Misha had any words as a representative of Philly here tonight or anything like that.
Not particularly. This has kind of been your thing from the start, so I'm just kind of here along for the ride.
Yeah.
Okay, no problems.
What a great ride it is.
It is, and we also have Sal here, Midnight Rain. He's been a part of the Philly Radio for quite a while as well. Also, we have lots of awesome people here, a lot of members of the show staff, as well as behind-the-scenes staff like Larsis and Parchment. Parchment's a video editor for Elements of Harmony. Larsis is a co-audio editor for Elements of Harmony. And we also have Fritzy Beat joining us because Fritzy Beat was around for our live show that we just did, and he's fantastic to have. So, welcome everyone!
Awesome.
Just pure technical note, you should add code to my title too because it's me and Sliff now, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You should add Princess to his title because
Princess
you should say both audio editors. I'm sorry, and both video editors.
Yes.
Princess Bacon
and I'm just
Man.
here.
Princess Bacon Man.
So, Sliff, one of the reasons I asked you on for tonight specifically was because you and I are sort of similar in the type of music we make, specifically the orchestral stuff, and I was just wondering what you thought of that first track.
Honestly, it reminded me, it had a very similar like feel to the stuff that Ingram writes.
No,
Yeah.
so much so
I could have seen that as like as a show opener.
Well,
That would have fit.
it was a show opener.
the first time I
Well,
listened
you know what I
to
mean.
it reminded me of the music that plays on the Android app.
Well, I didn't see that coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, question: Forrest, when did you learn how to play the banjo?
I didn't actually. That was funny because I when I was doing that track, I wanted a banjo in that part, and I wanted to do sort of this like somewhat folksy hoedown type spot, and I did it, and I sent it to Cyril to listen to, and he's like, "You got to do something about the banjo," and it was a lot worse, believe me. He's like, "You got to do something about the banjo," and somebody's like, "Goonie plays the banjo," and I'm like, "Oh." Well, let's get Goonie to play the banjo.
Everything.
And it's funny because just today he sent me a message. He's like, "Oh, hey, did you still need that banjo recorded?" And I was like, well, no. The album's premiering tonight, so thanks, but no.
Nicely timed.
No, Forrest, if you ever need a guitar recorder, you could always hit me up and I can do it.
That's true. Yeah, I have to involve
any of the other 50 guitar players
that are here and around.
That we have in our arsenal.
But
yes.
Sal will be playing stuff for me in concert at BronyCon, so he's got that going.
Look forward to it.
Anyway, I guess
Forrest's gonna be at BronyCon.
Yeah, I'll be at BronyCon. So yeah, guys, if you have questions in the chat and stuff, let me know. But yeah, stay tuned to the chats. I have giveaways to do throughout the show, and I'll figure my way through all of that stuff. But yeah,
free stuff.
For the most part, I'm gonna pass any like questions and conversation and stuff off to these guys, and I'll just sort of sit back for tonight and just play my music. And I guess I'll move into the second track off the album, which has been previewed on Everfree Network for the past month.
Good job.
Which is a cover of a Turquoise Splash song, because Turquoise hated this song. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a cover that you're going to like.
Oh, I love this.
The original was so good.
Yes,
this version is so good. It's a good
Both of them are so good.
I'm with Swift on that.
Is he here? Can we get him in here?
Turquoise? I'm sure Turquoise is around. I don't know if he's offline on Skype right now.
Who has
the option to do so. But yeah, if you guys have questions in the chat and stuff, and specifically if you have questions for me and stuff, Araxinus is fielding questions in the Everfree chat, and I'll take a look at the Philly Radio chat and see if you guys had any questions and stuff. But otherwise, we're going to move into the second song off the album, which is Polychromatic, originally by Turquoise Splash and covered by me.
Yeah.
Every time I see her start to fly, a rainbow comes and clears my mind of all the doubts and fears I had before. She can clear the sky in 10 seconds flat. You know she'll always have your back. She'll stick with you till the end. Always loyal to her friends. Start to fly, a rainbow comes and clears my mind of all the doubts and fears I had before. She can clear the sky in 10 seconds flat. You know she'll always have your back. She'll stick with you till the end. Every time I see her start to fly, a rainbow comes and clears my
also love that
song.
song.
Dude,
I really
amazing.
love it.
Songs.
Yes.
Yeah, music.
Turquoise honestly doesn't like that song.
Yeah, music.
Certainly
I
feel
know,
the loyalty
but
with
it's a good
100
Just gonna
song.
leave that awkwardly sitting there because that
Yeah.
song's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Forrest,
is.
why
It's-
doesn't Turquoise like this song?
I don't
know.
know. I think it's like the same phenomenon as I had after I released Join the Herd, and I just hated it because everybody else liked it so damn much.
It's still in my playlist. by the
Musicians
way.
do often have an issue with not appreciating their own music as
Yeah.
much as somebody
Why do you
else.
like this? I put so much more effort into this.
Exactly.
The thing is,
Exactly.
especially the really, really popular songs, because you'll release a song, and then like when something gets more popular than you expect, you look back at that one more critical than you might with something that was less popular.
Yeah.
And this
Hey, that's true.
this is still probably his most popular song.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been sort of cognizant of while working on this album, is that I know that some of the songs on this album are gonna move a little bit more than some of the other ones, and I think that Polychromatic is one of those. And I really wanted to make sure that everything on this album was perfect, which is why I've been like dead for the past month. Because I've been trying to work on this stuff and like just working a lot in general. So, yeah.
Work.
I had something really awesome to say, and I completely just forgot. I think I've been eating too many M&Ms.
That's twice tonight so far.
I
Seriously,
know
that's
it's not my night.
Only the
What do
blue
M&Ms have to do with this?
I'll remember. Somebody else say something.
Slim Shady.
Okay, here's something. It's not just
Sliff, remember what's-
musicians.
It's not just
All
musicians.
artists have that feeling about, why do you like this thing instead of this other thing I worked so much harder on? It's every artist out there in every type of
No,
music.
Yeah, very true.
I remember what I was
I
going to
get
say now.
that.
Is sort of along with that is when an artist makes something, they spend so much like time just listening to it over and over and over and over and over again. It's like you get sick of it.
Yeah.
And when it like airs on like the radio or YouTube or whatever for the first time, you've heard it 50 billion times, and everyone else is hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. That's totally something that it's almost unavoidable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
After you've listened to it
It's
for a
not
million
often
times.
You'll be like, this is the first time I've ever heard this song that I wrote and performed.
For example, I never want to hear Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows again.
I want to hear
Guess on
songs I
6,
live.
you can hear it again.
And it's
I
not
know.
because it's a bad
Now it's in my
song.
head. Thanks, Six.
No, it's not because it's a bad song. It's just because
It's
I had to
just
listen
so
to it
many
50,000 billion times.
It's funny, over in the Philly radio chat, there's a lot of people that are asking like the really important questions. It's like the Philly radio chat is all the people that should be doing interviews. I'm getting like all the questions like, what's your favorite music genre? If you were a wrestler, would your name be Forrest Payne?
We've already asked
Well, first you kind of asked for it when you made your name.
That's why is that one smart?
Well,
It is smart. Shut up, it's smart.
Yes.
Jungle Man.
Yes, it would be Forrest Payne. And actually, I did release a song under that name. I released Nightmare Night as Forrest Payne.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cyril immediately did it better. I mean,
Thanks, Tim. You're kicked out of my
you
album
did a good
release.
job at battle.
You invited yourself into here just to insult me.
Forrest.
Yes.
Yep.
you've
I'm
invited
sorry.
all of us
I love
to
you.
album
I love you
Well,
too.
just
didn't
so
you?
we can
Well,
respect
Forrest,
you.
didn't you invite Sliff just to rub it in his face?
Ooh,
Oh.
which?
Rub
What?
that in my face.
Who's rubbing in what in my face here?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. I mean, Sliff
I'm
created a new
confused.
song, and then you decided to say, "All right, let me just create a new album," and then
Oh.
I guess.
I didn't release a song and then he made a new album in like
Yeah,
the next
as
2
soon as he
days.
released the song, it's like, well, Sliff released a song, let's do an album. Let's go!
Yep.
Gotta pony up here!
Well, you gotta be like
Limbs, vital
hardcore
words.
trucking it for those first 2 days after he released the song.
But this isn't how music works.
Nah.
A guy releases a song, okay, let me throw like 10 songs out.
Yeah. Well, That's a thing. Anyway, I guess we'll.
Force pain gonna come and rain on your parade.
Yep, exactly. The best one I like is Forest Rage, because it describes me
so
perfectly.
True.
Yes.
I like especially when you're in McDonald's Forest.
Anybody who
Fritzy, can
knows
you please
Forest
say that
Rain.
out loud?
Oh my god.
Forrest.
Yes.
Forrest, if you were in a Batman movie, would you be cast as Forrest Bane?
I'm Forrest Bane. I need to tell you something.
That was terrible.
Oh my God.
Making music is like making an apple pie.
Oh, why are you even here, Fritzy? Get out of here.
Seriously.
All right. I guess we'll move into the third song from the album. This is something that's been out for a while, actually. But this is a song that I had written maybe 7 months ago or something like that. And I just sort of scrapped it and left it to the side and didn't really think about it. But I picked it up again and I started working on it sort of as the new season was rolling around, I guess. And it really got me back into ponies and into doing pony music, because I was sort of on the verge of just saying, you know, screw it, forget it, I'll just blah. And then, like, you know, seeing this song and seeing that Fluttershy episode, what was that Fluttershy episode? The one with Got Your Music in You, I think. Got the Music in You.
That is Philly. That is Philly Vanilli.
Philly Vanilli, yeah. I think it was Philly Vanilli, unless it was another one. But I'm pretty sure it was Philly Vanilli that, like, it kind of made me happy about the fandom again, I guess. But anyway, so this is the third track from the album. You guys have heard it before. It's called Fluttershy. So strong and true, a gentle touch that I always turn to. Yeah, she helps me pull through these walls that I built up around, crumble down with that wondrous sound. This timid voice that I found, her head up on my shoulder as she whispers in my ear. The hurt we keep inside, it burns, and when we never speak, we learn. Our silence has more power than we realize. But when we let it out and cry, and through tears we speak our minds, and find the words that ring true to our heart. Every day becomes better than the last. Her words so soft, a pleasant plea. She voiced those thoughts that lived inside of me. Let my feelings flow free. I face my pain by letting go, but trust in fate, and now I always have hope. I no longer need to be alone, 'cause her head's up on my shoulder as she whispers in my ear. The hurt we keep inside, it burns, and when we never speak, we learn. Our silence has more power than we realize.
Fluttershy by Forest Brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm outside now because it's too loud inside.
Live from outside in Philadelphia.
No, I'm in
That
Jersey.
was
Be quiet.
That was
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, you're in Jersey, aren't you? That's
You're
even
in
worse.
Jersey and it's quieter
Terrible.
outside.
I know that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm in the non-city parts of Jersey. You be quiet.
Forrest, how long
Yep.
has the song been out so far?
Fluttershy?
It's been out a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple.
Quite some time now.
It's a couple months. But I had to include it on the album because it's just it needed to be there.
Because it's that good.
It's just
It's something special, right?
It is something special. It's a song that's special to me.
Yeah.
Is this
Wow,
the
this
same
baby-
Fluttershy song that when you met Goonie?
Yeah, this is the song that
Yes.
introduced me to Goonie. Actually, yeah.
Really?
I put it out and I put it out and he did some critique on it on YouTube, and I'm like, where were you like 3 hours ago before I released it?
I needed you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Goonie. Where you at, man?
Where have you been?
So considering this has been out for a few months now, is there anything notable that you have changed in this mix compared to the past one?
No, there's nothing particularly notable. I adjusted the levels of the vocals a little bit. I did a couple little tweaks on the mix, and then when I was doing the mastering, I did it with everything else, so that I could listen to everything else and just make sure that it was level with everything everything that was going on the album. But there's nothing particularly notable that that changed.
Okay.
Is there
That's
anything
awesome.
you would change about it?
Nope.
Probably.
No, I actually it's one of those songs where like after I did it, I listened to it in the car over and over and over and over and over and over and over every time I like went to work and came home from work, and like, okay, let's see if this is all right.
I was kind of surprised that it
I
wasn't
know
in the
you were
car when we were
talking
heading
about
to
that
Five Guys.
yesterday.
Sorry, Parchi?
I was just saying, I know you were talking about listening to the album in the car yesterday, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the things that I do as sort of like a mastering thing.
Yeah.
Where it's, you know, do everything as best as you can on your monitors, and then, you know, put it into a CD, put it into your car, and listen in your car. You'll hear things in the car that you'd never expect. Yeah.
If it sounds good in your car, then it's ready.
Yep.
Yeah, if it sounds good in your car, it'll sound good everywhere because it splits all the frequencies and does all that stuff, and it's all around you.
That, and you're in an enclosed area, which you can hear more.
Yeah, exactly. Or an acoustically treated area, essentially.
A car's a really good acoustic space, surprisingly.
Oh,
a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah. Who was it? It was Yaplap that records his stuff in the car.
Yeah, Solrak.
Yeah,
Solrak.
but I'm pretty sure that's because he lives in an apartment complex,
his
and if he screamed in his apartment.
Yeah, he screams in his car.
It's concrete walls. He can scream in his house. Oh, yep, there's a car.
there's a car.
Speaking
Don't get hit by it.
Don't approach him.
Alright,
Don't
so-
approach him regarding his.
I wanted to ask you about the harmonies that you use in the song, because I'd never really picked them out before, and like I don't know, harmonies are a strange thing. Like, how'd you go about actually like figuring out what what's the thing, the distance between the notes to use? It's
entirely,
or was it just whatever felt good?
It's entirely like every guest we've had on EOH with like Feather and P1K, where it's just a feeling. I don't set out to do fourths or thirds or anything like that. It's what sounds good.
It's actually, if you don't mind me saying, it's actually kind of funny that you mentioned that. There's going to be a car passing by in a second, but it's actually kind of funny that you mentioned it, because I did the same thing in my cover for Hey Miss Derpy. I just kind of went with the feeling for it, and I didn't really try to plan anything out.
Yeah, and it's exactly how things work. Like it's hard to describe. Like, it's not a very technical thing, and there's so many things that are technical that I do, but like harmony's not so much.
Mm-hmm. So you make it better
How
that
are you
way.
so proud of this song?
Misha had started asking something, I think.
No, I was just going off of what we were talking about with Solrak.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, don't approach him regarding recording in his car, because he'll yell at you and tell you it's a mobile recording studio.
Well, there you go.
That's great. That's perfect.
I have a mobile recording studio as well. It's just
Wait,
I use
Solrak yells?
So
No, what?
So I'm gonna try and do. We're like, I don't know, 25 minutes into this, almost a half an hour into this with like 3 songs down out of 8. I'm gonna do the first little giveaway here that I can do. So I did a quick thing on the Philly radio chat, and Arctic Lancer. Would you be okay with sending me your address if I can send you an amazing prize?
Arctic Shot, you get free stuff.
Free stuff.
Yeah, free stuff, man.
Hashtag
free stuff.
Well, we have to accommodate the delay with everything.
Hashtag free stuff.
Yeah, that
Sitting
delay.
in right now for the delay.
Yep.
And there it is.
Delay. 1, 2, 3. There.
Watch, he walked away. He's not even like.
Yeah.
He's quit.
Like, he just quit.
Oh no! He was
Why does
so
it always
excited. He left.
Why does it always
I
happen with
noticed
the
me.
first person?
He was too excited. He closed his
Wait, am I looking at the right IRC? Because I'm not seeing things.
You're not. You're
the
looking
Philly
at the
radio
EFN.
one.
He said it was in the
Yeah.
Philly radio. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's in the Philly radio IRC, not the Everfree.
Nice.
Oh
Let's see if he comes
God.
back.
Oh God.
Right, let's
So
see here.
now what?
So now I run it
Somebody
again
who
and
changed-
see who I get.
Somebody who changed their name in Philly Radio's IRC to Forest Maine says that you have a mini fandom within the fandom now. We're Foresters.
Foresters. Oh,
Everybody pick up one. Hang on.
You guys are gonna get cease and desisted by Subaru.
Just remember, if you're in the Everfree IRC and you're changing your name to stuff, remember to change it back before the end of the show. Otherwise, you might not get picked for the CD.
Back.
Is he?
Yep.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, is he back?
I didn't see it.
Said
He's
got
in the
DC.
Everfree.
Yeah, he got this.
Oh, he's in the Everfree chat. Okay. So if he's in the Everfree chat, then blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
wherever it is.
Arctic Lancer.
Yeah, he's right there.
2552.
Yeah, he said he got DC'd.
I can't change my name. Oh, no.
Hey, Arctic Lancer.
It's Arctic Lancer. So if he can log in with Arctic Lancer, then that would be him. Otherwise,
Yeah, guys, if you're in the Everfree network and you try and change your name, it'll actually stop you because there's been too many name changes.
That's okay.
I got
just
in under the wire.
Shut down by DerpyBot again.
well, we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. If not, if he can come back into the Philly radio chat, then we'll see.
Yeah, I see him in Everfree IRC.
Okay.
Yeah, but he needs to go to
Arctic
the
Lancer
Philly one.
2552.
And
Yeah, but but we'd rather get him to the. Philly.
he didn't have a number in the Philly radio chat. It was just Arctic Lancer. So just making sure that people aren't logging in with random names.
Yeah, that's why you can't be too careful. Like
But
you have to.
I will show you guys what the amazing prizes that were. Oh, I'm still showing the
Let me
album
work
cover.
some magic.
Lol, derp.
Yes, you are.
Hashtag free stuff.
Okay, so I'm doing
It's a pretty album.
I'm doing 3 giveaways tonight of something that I will be giving away at BronyCon, which looks like this.
Forrest, real quick.
Yep.
I just want to let you know that I have used my administrative powers that be to confirm that Arctic Lancer in Everfree is the same Arctic Lancer.
Fantastic. All right. Well,
So-
They are.
if
Misha Dash has spoken.
yeah, just Arctic Lancer, if that's you and you want your amazing free prize, which you're looking at on the screen now, just send Misha a message and he'll just forward the information to me and stuff, and we'll get in contact and I'll send you out your bracelet. But yeah, take a look at that.
Beautiful.
It's a great to be different bracelet.
That's awesome.
So I'm sending out 3 tonight from this album release, as well as a physical copy of my CD. And Arctic Lancer, if you don't want to provide your address or anything like that, I can give you a consolation prize in the form of a free digital album. So it's up to you.
You can have a hug.
Or
It's up to you.
You get a free hug.
Yeah.
I don't.
Did we?
Yeah, but-
Choice is yours and yours
But you must-
alone.
But you must either ship yourself to Canada or go to
Philly.
BronyCon with a free hug.
Yeah. I guess we should move on to the next song since things.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to get into the Philly IRC.
Oh, oh
//
my
join
God.
hashtag
Yes.
Philly Radio. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, we're doing an album release for my latest album, Something Special, which is just dropping on Bandcamp tonight, as of like 39 minutes ago. Also, if you haven't gone to the Everfree Network IRC, you can go there. If you don't know how to IRC, go to just everfree.net and click on the chat, you can join there. If you're in the Philly Radio chat, you can type /join, hashtag Everfree Network. And once you're in there, type !great to be different. And that will register you for a chance to win a physical copy of this album. And we're going to move into a song called Little Sparrow. And this is something that I had written down on an envelope and kind of forgot about for a while until I went digging through my pile of lyrics and stuff.
You have a pile of lyrics and stuff too.
I do.
You have a P1K binder?
I have a P1K binder, but it's actually a shelf in the rack with my preamp. And I just shove everything into there. But I found it in there, and it was a message that I really liked, and I wanted to share it in musical form.
Yay.
So we'll go into this. This is Little Sparrow. Little sparrow in the tree, if you could see the world like me, you would wonder why you even carry on. And as you flutter down, picking grubs out of the ground, I can't help but think my existence here is wrong. Because I watch the trees brace themselves against the wind. I see the salmon as they struggle up the stream. And the winds clear the clouds as a brand new day begins. And I just notice every day there's more of us and less of you. I bring up the microphones and all I hear is Misha typing.
I'm talking with your prize winner. I think you should be proud of me.
Oh, well, I am proud of you.
Somebody is typing up a storm over there.
He's like angry typing.
He's got that mechanical keyboard that makes a lot of
everybody
clackering.
Oh, yeah. I love the not just the mechanical. It's an old buckling spring keyboard, so it's just loud.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Now, exactly how long is that song? Hold on.
That's 1 minute and 16 seconds, I think.
Wow.
That's a short song. I thought it was
it is a short song.
I thought it was short and sweet. Yeah.
That's the point, though, of the song, is that
I feel like I've heard that phrase, though, at the very end.
There's more of us and less of you.
Less of you. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
It might just be because I've heard that song. I've heard you
do that song, yeah.
Like preview that song before or something. But,
yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe. It's I don't know. That last line is something that grabbed me when I was reading through the lyrics after pulling them out of the drawer from I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that.
I was about to say, how long was that in your drawer?
Yeah, like that was written, I think, just as I was coming into the fandom or something like that. But yeah, no, it was one of those messages where it's just it goes back to that simplicity thing we were talking about in the show tonight, where it's just it's lyrics that really touched me, and I just wanted to deliver them musically as simply as I could.
Yeah.
Was there any? I'm sure there was. I don't know if you remember, but was there any? What specifically inspired that little one?
I was sitting in
specific.
I was sitting in the car in a place in Kitchener that I think a few people call Grand River Gorge.
Oh, I know what that is.
I think, yeah, something like that. Anyway,
Where?
And it's in Kitchener, Ontario.
Okay.
But pretty much where I grew up. And it's just one of those places where you can get out of the it's in this parking lot that's hidden in the woods. There's like signs as you're coming in that say, end of road, no through traffic, blah, blah, blah. It's like all the signs say that nothing's there. It's just a dead end. But when you get to the dead end, you get out of your car, you walk like 20 feet, you come to like a cliff's edge, and you look out over the Grand River and off into the distance. And I just remember like sitting in the car, just kind of like staring at the birds and just having this melancholy thought of like, why am I here? And like, why are humans so terrible? Essentially. And then like just started writing that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Kennedy suck.
Okay, actually have a question about what you mentioned. You pulled it out of a desk drawer from when you wrote the lyrics 3 years ago. You said earlier, I think in the show before this, that there was a song on here that dates back to 6 years. Does it add something to your music, you feel, when you've sat on something for a long time and then go back to it with fresh eyes after so long of life experiences?
Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt.
I think it would for everybody, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you write this idea, you know, and then you sit in it for something like 3 or 5 years. Like, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you experience and change a lot in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
but the idea still stays the same.
Yeah.
I remember a song that I wrote
What I
about...
find interesting... Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
on.
no, that's fine.
Somebody go.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing is, I just wanted to know, like, when you're doing this, do you ever find things that you feel have lost relevant or have just become more relevant in ways you didn't expect?
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Thanks for answering Sal.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, no, it's great. It's like, everybody can have their say in this because it's a thing for all musicians. It's
yeah,
that's a good question.
It's sort of luck of the draw in a lot of cases, because like you might have an idea and write it down on an envelope or a napkin or some epic piece of writing material and put it in a box for 5 years, and then you might come back and look at it and just be like, what is this? Why is this here? Get out of here. Or you might come back to it and be like, this is the greatest thing ever, and I'm going to write a masterpiece out of it.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's kind of been a recurring thing that's happened with this album, is that it's a mix of new songs and songs that, you know, I wrote a while ago and, you know, just left, came back to, and it's funny because your perspective of these things can sometimes change completely, because when you write it out, you think about it, you try to come up with some melodies or something, you're like, this is crap, and you forget about it. And then you put it in a drawer, and then, you know, 2 years later you pick it out and you're like, there's stuff in this that's amazing.
So I'm actually curious, like how many songs on this album are dug out of your P1K shelf or box or whatever?
Let's see. Fluttershy, definitely. A Little Sparrow, definitely. Something Special, the last one, absolutely. I guess that's it. 3 of them. And then there's a bunch of new stuff and there's a cover, right? So
that's still quite a few.
Yeah, like it's things.
I think one thing I just kind of made me think about for a second was, I don't remember who else we had on. It might have been Carbon Maestro or somebody who I had on. Somebody was talking about how they have like a ton of like works and progresses and all like tons and tons and tons of songs that artists have just sitting there waiting to be finished.
That's so.
You mean every single artist who's ever been on here ever?
Yeah, I have at least 30 works and progresses.
Yeah, I have.
There was one from a year ago that I was working on that I'm just starting to pick back up now, and I really feel like I can go far with that one.
Yeah,
it's
great.
With me. Like I have so many little ideas, like 15 works in progresses. All artists do that. It's like the amount of work that is finished compared to the amount of work that is started is just like staggeringly different.
Yeah, totally.
In some ways, though, that's probably more healthy because
define finished.
Yeah, it's never finished.
Finished to release.
Yeah.
As opposed to like started or finished to a point and then put down.
I'm going to change the mood slightly and just go over to the Everfree chat where Araxinus has been fielding questions, and somebody had a very important question, which was, what's my favorite ice cream flavor? And to answer you, if I go to an ice cream place, it's totally like Belgium chocolate mixed with what's it called? Like espresso or coffee, with cookie dough and Reese's Pieces mixed in.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because everybody knows that Fritzy's already stuck his foot in it.
Hey, you know what? I usually know this answer, so.
One of the other questions.
Now we know.
One of the other questions from the Everfree chat was from Spritefire that asks, "Would I ever consider doing a genre drastically different than pop punk?" And he referenced like Nightmare Night, and yes, I would, and I do. Sort of the first song of the album kind of points to that in that it's, there's some folk elements and orchestral elements. Excuse me. And if you've ever listened to Raise the Sun, that's also drastically different from pop punk, I think. So, I do try to expand my musical horizons now and then. Okay, so for the album, the next couple songs, the next song specifically, is a song called Music, which also has been out for a while. But it ties into another song that's on the album. But Music was done at a point where Starborn and I weren't doing so well, and I was very kind of in a bad place. And I basically poured my heart and soul out in some piano improv, cleaned it up slightly, and that was it. This song, actually, I don't even know if I cleaned up this song. I think this song's really just straight improv. But yeah, so take a listen to this. Let me know what you think. It's track number 5 on Something Special, Music.
Hey.
Sal.
Yeah. Oh man, I had to kind of indulge myself in that one for a minute. Oh wow. Every time I hear the song, it's just I fall into like this kind of deep thinking. So
yeah, it's
in a word. It's also one of those songs that I had to learn by ear because chords, and I couldn't help but, that's one of those songs that I play every day, several times.
Yeah, like I've heard you cover this song a bunch of times, like just on TeamSpeak or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was one of my favorite pieces. I'll forever love that song.
I don't think you're in our IRC right now, Midnight, but they're definitely getting some comments about this. A lot of people saying it's their favorite. One person said that it almost speaks without words, but I think my favorite comment was that Tectic's mom always liked the song and was like, and his dad was, or Arctic's dad was like, "Is this really an MLP song?"
Yeah, no, my dad does that with a lot of Forrest stuff because I make him listen to your stuff first.
Well, that's funny. That's a recurring theme, is that a lot of people's parents like me. I mean, like,
well, my dad also loves Goonies stuff too.
I should switch this back to the Skype chat. I'm way delayed on this stuff. I'm like looking at like 10 screens right now.
Forrest, here's the funny thing about your music is that some of your most powerful music you make when you're broken.
Oh,
And that
I actually
really-
I want to say something about this.
Well, let's
Go
finish
ahead.
first. Yeah.
I know I am.
It was like this song reminds me a whole lot of To Catch a Falling Star.
Yeah.
Which I fell in love with a long time ago. Which was the piano improv that he did for Kiki's the whole thing. I can't remember what was going on there, but it was Kiki's song. And it was very similar to this. It's just that piano improv while under extreme sort of emotion type thing. Now I'm actually curious. I don't want to pry into this. Starborn has heard this, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I did play at guitar when me and Star were at Guitar Center the other day. So
Okay. Well, yeah. Then she's
And
heard
she
it through Sal at
recognized it,
least.
so.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure she's heard
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, from IRC. So.
Heard it somewhere.
I think
Good to know.
she's on Everfree Network IRC.
she
Never.
Hi,
Never.
Star.
So Forrest, you mentioned that
Starborn is in
you
the
hadn't
chat.
cleaned up this song in such and such amount of time. That we
Rephrase?
mentioned at the beginning. Like, when was this recorded?
Oh, this one was actually farther back than Fluttershy, I believe. It was probably either November or December. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That.
It really
Okay, so yes,
felt
she
it felt
has
like
heard
it had a sort of age to it while I was listening to it. Like I was listening to some old lost legend.
Oh yeah, that sounds very
Forest
old.
Rain's lost piece.
The lost track.
It's funny because it's
Yeah.
what I said when I released it. Like it's on my YouTube, and when I released it originally at the beginning of the song, I said I'm gonna try to remember this off the top of my head, but I believe it was sometimes there's I'm gonna have to paraphrase slightly, but sometimes there's thoughts or emotions that are just too great that you cannot express them in words. So you express them in music.
Well, like I said
think
before,
it
it's like
was
music is a
words that
language,
can't do
Absolutely.
justice to-
and people because it's like this is like the way I phrase it is like you read music just like you read spoken word or written word. You write music just like you write word, and you play or speak music like you would speak words.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a language.
That's why I instantly fell in love with the song.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really selfish, but I love it when artists are heartbroken and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
I
like
Forrest, your life needs to suck more.
well, I write okay. On the flip side,
That's
I
horrible.
even
I'm
when
a
my life
terrible
is going
person,
good,
I
I
know.
write stuff too. Like Summer in
Yeah.
the Stars. Summer in the Stars was
That was
written when my
great
life was
song.
going great.
no, when you're happy, you write good happy stuff, and when you're sad, you write great
Well,
sad stuff.
you know what? I think it brings us all back to the conversation we've had before about like kind of like the emo music versus like the happy music and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
like
during-
There's always beautiful and sad.
music that is
But it's
full
like-
of emotion and versus music that's just full of pure happiness and stuff like that.
There's different feelings. Pure happiness once it makes you get up, jump, dance, sing along with it, and play along with it.
The
And the sad stuff, you kind of just want to indulge yourself in it. And even with the song, learned it, yes, but every time I listen to it when it's just Forrest's track instead of me playing it, I indulge myself in it. And when I do end up playing it on my piano, I also indulge and I feel it instead of, listen to it.
So, in the same vein of conversation take two. In the same vein of conversation as we've been having, thank you, I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
When there's times when you're sad and you're sad because you're deluding yourself, and that's kind of what this next track is about. I was thinking when I was writing this one, it's kind of like how do I put this? It's like when you feel that the world is out to get you when it's not, and you kind of have to deal with that, or you're going to be alone. So this track's called Alone, and it features the awesome bass stylings of Midnight Melody, who is fantastic, and she's also the bassist for Equestrian Lord, which we've had on Elements of Harmony. But yeah, so she uses her bass called Luna on this track, and it's very, very bassy. Like I had to decrease the bass on this bass, like the very low end of the EQ. I had to decrease by like 10 dB, and it's still bassy as hell. Anyway, here we go.
Say that.
I'm going to move this over so I don't forget. And this is.
Let's give it a listen.
This is Alone.
When you feel betrayed, a path has been laid. Temptation, rage and jealousy. But if you trot that path, negativity attracts, and further from your friends you will be. Turmoil behind your eyes. Take off to the skies. You think you can leave loneliness behind, but high up in the sky, you're left with just your mind. And all these thoughts you tried to leave behind intensify, intensify. You think they've turned on you as all sight fades to blue, a sky as distant as the light. But colors aren't as bright when looked at without light. Perception has been tainted by the eye. In flight, your escape. Push away the mistakes. You think you can leave loneliness behind, but high up in the sky, you're left with just your mind. And all these thoughts you tried to leave behind intensify, intensify. Push it harder, don't reveal. Flap those wings, the pain you feel. Your ears ring, deny the truth. Your body sinks, it's only it's only you. You think you can leave loneliness behind, but high up in the sky, you're left with just your mind. And all these thoughts you tried to leave behind intensify, intensify.
All right, that was Alone.
And this is where
Holy
the name
crap.
Forest Rage comes
Yeah,
from.
that was
Forest Rage.
amazing.
That was Alone from my new album, Something Special. You're listening to the album release that's broadcasting on both Everfree Network and Philadelphia Radio. Forest Rain, bringing everyone together.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
With rage.
Yay!
Hey,
My Chemical Romance.
That's what you got out of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I really didn't see any like
For
My
me-
Chemical
No,
Romance.
I don't really see it.
For me, it's been
I
like Jimmy
kinda-
Eats World or that
No,
other
it
band
sounded
that
way,
was good.
Way too dark and like aggressive to be Jimmy Eats World.
I was about to say, it
I don't
seems a
know.
little
I kind of
dark.
got a little bit of a Proto Men vibe out of it.
I got a Chris and the Replicants, and that's a fictional band. It felt like one of the songs from Bubblegum Crisis. It really did.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I want
there's-
to
there
say
was-
that like
All right.
That like
okay.
Someone go.
Sal, finish your
that,
thought.
like, I want to say that like the vocals are really powerful and they really capture your emotions in terms of like you get that kind of like almost you know what
That-
feeling or you
It's
know
just
what-
that raw emotion just kind of being screamed
Yeah.
out.
Exactly.
Tim really liked that little scream in the middle that I did.
Yeah, you got growled.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
It
just
was
like
good.
in
And I actually wanted to ask you because I remember you had previewed this song to me.
Yeah, you're dying, but
What just happened?
Okay. Am
I
still
thought I
here?
was.
yeah, you're back.
Too many cupcakes.
Okay. Well, I remember you had previewed this song to me, and you were thinking about adding something to it. And did you ever add something to it?
Maybe. I don't actually.
I kind of thought it was fairly complete when you presented it to me. There was a few things where it's like you could maybe add some stuff here, but
It was
really,
probably just the mix, actually.
yeah.
I played a lot with that that last chorus as it comes in. So you think you can leave, where it just kind of drops out and the bass kind of comes down. Cassie did a fantastic job with that, because if you actually listen to a bass track without vocals on that, which I guess you can't until I release the producer's pack with all the vocals and karaoke tracks and stuff. But she did a fantastic job on that slide, because the bass just goes boo, and then it goes like and it's like there's just like this crash at the end. I'm like, wow, what the hell is that?
It's really crazy how much her bass just really brings this song alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Her
Like all
bass
those little
skills are
fills and
just
stuff like that is so
freaking
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And yeah,
All right,
like I
hold
love that
on.
so much that I wanted.
Forrest.
Yeah. Forrest.
Mini fridge.
Mini
bass
fridge.
What?
player.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? For
Yeah.
that song,
Yes.
I'm abandoning the mini fridges.
Oh,
You're
Ooh.
abandoning
Ooh.
it?
Ooh.
Have a
Oh,
break.
snap.
6 is abandoning the mini fridges. Everybody get in the trenches.
Oh my god. Who are you and what have you done to our
Hold
set?
on, the trenches are the meat grinders.
I've been in Seattle too long.
I
in
was
the
in Seattle
case
for a while.
in the case of this song and songs like this, I would have to give up the mini fridge and go with the bass player.
Bass all the way.
I was always with the bass player, so
Look at everybody abandoning the mini fridge.
I know the
Hey,
mini fridge is
I
gonna
I
like
have my bass thing 2 feet to the left of me.
I will.
Bass player.
I can honestly say I have never been on Team Mini Fridge. I'm like the only guy in EOH who hasn't.
Oh hey, Midnight
I
just
wasn't. I was always on bass player.
Team bass player has pulled ahead.
I was on
Team
bass
bass
player.
I'm on Team Bass Player. I've been on Team Bass Player, so you
I know,
guys should
same here.
shush.
Who's still on
Why?
Team Taco? Is that still a thing?
Team Taco.
That was-
Oh my
oh
god.
yeah, Team Taco. I started.
Team Taco Burrito, mate.
We're degenerating now.
God.
To
I
keep things on topic, I'm gonna go back into our fantastic giveaways, which you can win these things. These things are awesome. We were able to get a hold of Arctic earlier, and he will be receiving one of these, so that's awesome. I ran my little program again in the Philly radio chat.
Midnight. Midnight's here.
What?
Everybody tell Midnight she's amazing.
Midnight, you're
perfect.
amazing.
Midnight.
I wonder if she just tuned in. She's like, I said maybe join the chat. But
No, I think
like me.
one of our friends texted her. So
Oh, okay.
Midnight, midnight.
Good job,
Please.
Cat.
Midnight.
not
Cassie's fantastic.
caustic lullaby. I told her.
we need
Anna, good
Midnight
job.
Melody.
Gotta get that out of there. Okay, so I ran it in the Philly radio chat again because the giveaway's happening. The CD giveaway is happening in the Everfree chat. So I decided I'd run the wristband twice in the Philly radio chat, and the second time came through with Tech Disc. So congratulations, Tech Disc. And if I know for sure, I think Tech Disc is Canadian as well. So
Yes, he is.
it won't cost me much to send the wristband to him.
He's our replacement
cheap
Forrest
shipping.
when Forrest isn't available.
Actually, tell me about that.
No, he does have a good voice, but he does floppy disk music, so we just kind of figured it works hand in hand, right?
Yeah, he actually sent me something not long ago, which was like an 8-bit cover of Hey Ms. Derpy. And a long time ago, he did a floppy disk cover of Hey Ms. Derpy, which was really neat. He just showed me, I think today or yesterday, that he did this like 8-bit version, which was done on, I don't remember what it is. He can probably help me out here. It was done on a specific system that like completely emulates like the 8-bit Nintendo sounds, so you could actually like port the file over to play it on Nintendo. But it was really well done. So like I guess I should grab that for like the end of the show tonight. We can go out on it.
Was that the one thing that Bosch was freaking out about? I think that was Bosch, right?
I don't know.
Bosch or Bash?
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like he had that 8-bit thing.
No,
I don't
know. Fammy Trackers is what Tech Disc says it is.
I don't know. There could be.
But yeah, if Misha, if you can grab Tech Disc's info, then I'll send out the thing to him as well. Yeah. So moving on with the album. What?
Next.
Yeah, you could send it to Gabriel, and then Gabriel will bring it over to Tech Disc.
Well, I still have to send it to somebody. If I send it to Gabriel, Gabriel's just gonna be quiet and be like, "Yeah, it never arrived." What's on your wrist? Nothing.
Then you'll be like, "What are you talking about?" You'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, Gabriel will just be like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You'll just change the text so it says it's great to be indifferent.
It's great to be indifferent. That's fantastic. Okay, so moving on with the album, this is another special song for me, and this kind of goes hand in hand with music. So music was when things weren't going so well, and I was really sad. This one is called Springtime in Maryland, and it's about when things are going really good. This one was written a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I guess. No, it's not Springtime for Hitler, Tim.
Sorry, every time I hear this, I think of the producers.
Springtime for Forest in Canada.
Oh god.
Oh my god. That song needs to exist now.
Forrest, you're worth for bringing it up.
Well, you know, I have to. I have to, because ever since he's mentioned that, I've wanted to, like, shove the song in his face and be like, look, it's nothing like Springtime for Hitler.
Oh, now's your chance. Shove it in my face.
I am going to shove this song in your face right now. You guys are listening to my album release on both Philadelphia Radio and Everfree Network. This is Springtime in Maryland. It's been a while since I've been down this road. A long winter in Ontario cold. But as snow thaws, hearts mend. And what we thought was the end is no longer the end. Na na na, na na na. Na na na, na na na, na na na, na na na. A time to grow as green leaves emerge. Warm winds replace the cold, and cherry blossoms bloom as old love begins anew. My heart is there with you. Springtime in Maryland. Stopped for coffee up in Lewis Run. Felt like my journey had only just begun. Trees and mountains ascend. New memories just around the bend. On my way to you. Na na na, na na na, na na na. Na na na, na na na. Na na na. A time to grow as green leaves emerge. Warm winds replace the cold, and cherry blossoms bloom as old love begins anew. My heart is there with you. Springtime in Maryland.
night I feel so very alone, but now together we're one. Our love was never undone. I hold you in my arms. The time to grow as green leaves emerge. Warm winds replace the cold, and cherry blossoms bloom as old love begins anew. My heart is there with you. Springtime in Maryland. Na na na, 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 na na na,
That was Springtime in Maryland on Forest Rain's new album. And you are right, Forrest. It is nothing like the producers. However, my brain is very creative and resourceful. That's still all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Well, it's very peaceful. I will say that.
It was. The song is. So
It makes
great.
me want to like take a lighter and just like go back and forth.
It makes me want to take a road trip and be
kinda
like, oh, so this is what he was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, that was written actually on my way home from seeing Becca the one time back in spring. So, yeah, I was basically on my way home, and I had, like, a pencil and an envelope that was sitting in my car, and I'm like, okay, time to write lyrics. And as I was just driving down the highway, I'm sort of jotting down lyrics. Also, I don't condone driving and
Don't do that.
I don't condone driving and
thinking
writing.
about that. Sit there with like a voice recorder and just recite it or something.
But then they nail you for having your cell phone.
Wheel.
They nail you for having your cell phone if you do that. But so yeah.
Well, yeah.
So I don't condone what I do.
Get a micro cassette recorder from the New York Times.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Not as I do. Oh, dang it! You said that at the exact same time that I was.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Well, Forrest, how many people did you cut off when doing this on the road?
Nobody. It's the middle of nowhere. It's not. Well, it's not the middle of nowhere, but it's very quiet roads in like central Pennsylvania for the most part. So I take like the 219.
How many potholes did you hit?
None. What do you guys think I'm terrible at driving and writing music? I've been driving and writing music for years.
That is not a reassuring
At the same time?
Yes.
Wait, he took
I don't know what I'm doing, but I've been driving and not paying any attention whatsoever to the road for years.
Friendly reminder to do what Forrest said.
Oh my God!
It's not what Forrest
I'm
said.
sorry, officer. I didn't mean to hit 3 pedestrians, but hey, I wrote a song, so that makes it all right, right?
You
If I sing
know,
this song to you, will you let me off with just a warning?
I thought you guys were my friends.
We are your
We
friends.
are.
We're just
And
like
friends
telling
don't
you to be
let friends drive with notebooks.
But it's not a notebook. It's like I write on the back of CD things in letters. Like normally, like the envelopes that my paychecks come in get like. You know what? Screw you,
Forrest. You're not making a good case for yourself.
Seriously, let me just ask one question. What is it with you and like letters? Like every song I
everything
hear,
in
like,
my life,
something about
everything in my life revolves around letters.
it really is.
Yeah.
Because letters involve money.
No,
Or
well,
also
sometimes.
letters.
It's like every story that I hear, it always comes in with a letter.
I'm sorry. Letters are very important in my life.
Forrest
got a
1986.
Forrest got a
Four
letter.
emails.
Forrest got a letter.
Oh my God!
Wonder
No.
who it's from.
No.
You're fired
I
from
had
the
my
show.
baby wrote me a letter stuck in my head until you did that.
Wow, I haven't actually gotten fired in a while. It
Well,
feels
you're
natural.
fired now.
It,
So-
it actually felt strange. So, yeah.
Well, you've been away for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
so we
I
couldn't
know.
fire you. So, like,
We could.
what do you expect,
It would-
man?
it would-
Yeah, you
it would
could've.
be a-
Well, you
Well,
know.
we
yeah,
have
right.
been, you just haven't heard it.
Anyway,
that was a beautiful song.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I liked
I
it.
love
Indeed
that
it
one.
was.
That's like one of my favorites out of this one.
Oh, well,
They're
thank you.
all my
So
favorites.
peaceful.
Who am I kidding?
Well, this again, this one is one of those ones where it goes back to the simplicity thing, where it's just it's a very simple mix. It's just guitar, piano, vocals, bass,
Chilled out.
and drums, I guess.
Yeah, chilled out groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I haven't done a lot of songs like this one. This is probably like the most, I guess, pop-esque song that I've done. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Cyril's BBBFF that he did with his sister, which was adorable, by the way.
Oh, I didn't see this.
If you guys haven't checked it out, go on YouTube and check it out. But like after the show, because we're gonna wrap things up here real soon. We have one song left.
Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, we have one song left. We're gonna do
course.
another giveaway.
Free stuff.
For free stuff, yeah. I'm gonna do the last wristband is gonna go to somebody in the Everfree network chat. So if you thanks, Six.
Do I need to go all the way across the yard and yell free stuff for you
I
guys?
had to
Do I
get far
have-
enough away from my mic. That's
I
why it
wouldn't.
took so long.
I wouldn't recommend
That
it in
was his-
Jersey, Sal.
Those were his parting getting fired words.
Yeah, if you yell free
I'll
stuff
turn my
outside
gain all
in
the way up.
Jersey, you'll probably get mobbed.
Yeah, you probably will get mobbed.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what,
better
you
than
guys?
it's better than if you live in Detroit. Then you just get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or
if
you
I
get
was
some guy in a
Australia
trench
or
coat that
something.
comes up and he's like, "What you got,
Well,
kid?"
Misha lives in Jersey.
I was gonna say that entirely depends on the area that you live in here, because where I live, if I were to walk outside and yell free stuff, I'm pretty sure I'd be mobbed. But if I were to drive down south, then I could yell free stuff until the cows come home, and maybe a cow will come home.
And based on that,
Are you in Hampton or
Well,
something?
you know what, you guys? I'm in an area called Mullica Hill, and it's like beautiful, rich people neighborhood, so they don't care about free stuff. They have money.
I live in North Jersey,
You
where
think they get money by spending it? No, they get money by not spending it. They care about free stuff.
No. Be quiet.
Words of Wisdom by Princess Parchi.
Someone just said there are cows in Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, haven't you ever watched the Jersey Shore?
Oh.
All right, so in our giveaway for the last wristband in the Everfree chat, I've come up with Burning Star. And we wait for the reaction here.
Yeah, Burning Star.
Burning Star.
Burning Star.
You won.
You won a wristband. If you want to give me your address, then you can PM me, and I see you in the Everfree Network chat. So yeah, PM me. Let me know if you'll send me your address for the wristband. If not, then I can give you a free copy of the album.
Don't put it in the public chat.
Do not drive.
Yeah, don't put it in the public chat. That would be ideal.
Put your address in the public
I'm
chat.
obligated to send you funny things.
Yeah.
You'll get strange mail.
Strange mail.
Strange mail. Yeah, so we're gonna go into the last song of the album, which is Something Special, the song that the album is named after. And yeah, we'll do that. We'll come back and we'll do the final CD giveaway for the lucky person that will be receiving a physical copy of the CD. And yeah, we'll just discuss thoughts on the album and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Something Special.
There's something about her, this glow that surrounds her, the smile she flashes is like we're playing with matches. She lights one up, throws it on like gas so tired, and then walks away as if something special never happened today. Her book-cut hair, her cut-up jeans, the only one I've ever seen that made me feel this way since what's say one word, and I'll fall to my knees. Oh, it's a moment of weakness that happens time and time again. She's the spark in the fire that keeps it burning. She's the force that makes the world keep on turning. She makes my heart keep on yearning. I keep on yearning, I keep on. She's the autumn rain after a hot summer. She makes me feel unlike any other. She's not polite, she's always right, and I can't believe I'm with her tonight. Her skater shoes, her black tank top, how she never stops. I'll always love her, I'm always thinking of her. Despite her ways, she's always there for me in times of need. She may be trouble, but she helps me when I stumble. She's the spark in the fire that keeps it burning. She's the force that makes the world keep on turning. She makes my heart keep on yearning. I keep on yearning, I keep on. She's the autumn rain after a hot summer. She makes me feel unlike any other. She's not polite, she's always right, and I can't believe I'm with her tonight. She's the spark in the fire that keeps it burning. She's the force that makes the world keep on turning. She makes my heart keep on yearning. I keep on yearning, I keep on. She's the autumn rain after a hot long summer. She makes me feel unlike any other. She's not polite, she's always right, and I can't believe I'm with her tonight.
Man, that was incredible.
I want you to hear a sound here, which is this. That's the sound of my lighter.
I got a lighter.
Bring that up. Hold on. Here, let me turn this up so you can hear this. Yes.
Yep, I heard that.
The sound of lighters everywhere.
That's the sound of my lighter.
So you have to settle for this.
Wait. Oh, that's a match.
Oh, geez, that's my hair.
Yeah.
Did you just set your hair on fire?
You know what? That's it. I'm turning on my
Oh, tonight is
Do
a
y'all
success.
mind if I turn on the camera?
This is
for
a
just
rock
second?
moment for me, getting somebody to set their hair on fire. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you see Princess Parchy there. He has a lot of hair to light up.
Princess Parchy.
Oh, he does.
Silly do.
Archie has quite the head of hair.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes, he does.
Seriously, Forrest.
The
Every
Yes.
single song, I was like,
Someone
oh my
said turn
gosh,
on the
this
camera.
is my favorite song on the album. And then it was like, no, this one's my favorite one on the album. And this one's my favorite one on the album. They're like, stop being good.
My favorite is music.
Yeah.
Hands down. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yep, I see lighters.
Oh,
I don't have a lighter.
Burn your hair
Everyone's gonna
again.
bust their lighters out.
Archie, light your hair on fire.
No.
Do it. Peer pressure. Make you feel good.
You know what burning hair smells like?
Yes, I do. I have sisters.
For you, does it smell like bacon?
But Six,
Does it smell like bacon?
Six, in response, I appreciate that. And as I had mentioned earlier on in the night, Something Special was a song that was written when I was in college. And I played it for somebody. I played it for somebody that was a good friend of mine when I was in college. And when I finished, she just turned to me and she's like, "Why aren't you doing this professionally?" And I was like, "Duh, thanks."
And to this day,
but
he should be.
And well, I sort of do it professionally now. I get music. I get music for making music. I get money for making music sometimes. Like when you guys purchase the album, which you can do on Bandcamp. So go visit the Bandcamp and buy the album.
Yeah, so guys, that means like go throw money at him.
Yes. The money was
like right now.
It'll probably be used to actually make more copies of the album, which I can sell it at BronyCon for whatever price you want to pay for it.
I'm buying an album from you at BronyCon, I've decided.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Me too.
Good.
I think I am too.
Just be sure you literally throw money at him. You know, just chuck it at
Exactly.
Here you go.
Yeah, do not hand it to him. Throw it in his face.
No, I think what I'm
gonna
gonna
do
do
is
is
my money. Change as possible.
But yeah, no, that song, it really was something special, and it's funny that somebody asked if it was about Starborn, and in a sense, it kind of is. Like as I was producing it for this album, yeah, it definitely was.
It relates.
It was written in college, and it was like I basically sat down and I was like, "What's my ideal girl?" And like I came up with that song, and I'm like, you know, she's not polite, she's always right, but I can't believe I'm with her tonight. And that's like everything that was said in that song is pretty much exactly the way I feel about Rebecca. So yeah.
basically you wrote a song about Rebecca.
Yeah,
several years.
I
before
like
you
to
met.
say that it's the song I wrote about her before I ever knew her.
There's a lot of time travel going on in this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody jumped in Lars's time machine.
Yeah.
But yes, so I guess we should do a giveaway. Giveaway free stuff.
Yeah.
Free stuff.
I want it.
Last one. Here we go.
So Bash.
I want it.
Free stuff.
Get your free stuff here, people.
Bash,
My parents are probably like,
Free stuff.
Is the bot ready for us to close the contest? And also for anybody that has not yet registered, go over to the Everfree IRC and register so that you can get a chance to win this free copy of the CD. All you have to do is go into the Everfree chat and type ! Great to be different. If you've already done it, don't do it again. You can only register once.
Bot wreckage incoming.
And Bash says that it is good to go. So everybody's just spamming it now.
It was like, oh my god, last minute.
You can only do it once.
Spam doesn't help you.
5 times.
Yeah, saying it 5 or like 25 times.
DIFFERENT.
All right, so here we
Tell
go.
people that doing it multiple times actually takes them off of it.
Yeah, it takes them. Yeah, I should have got Bash to program that in. So here we go. We are closing the contest, and the winner is Derpy Noodles.
Derpy Noodles.
Derpy Noodles.
Congratulations.
That's a wonderful name.
That is a fantastic name. So Derpy Noodles, you can send me a personal message or send it to Araxnus or whoever you decide to send it to. Either of us can field you.
Send it to me.
We're gonna grab. we're gonna grab your address.
Midnight Rain.
We're gonna grab your address and we will send you out a copy, free of charge, of my new album, Something Special. Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That sounds like a great deal.
Listen to the sound
So-
of my crickets.
Yeah, I'm hearing the crickets. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
They're clapping for you. They're
So-
in their own special way.
Was there any last thoughts on this album or anything that we've discussed tonight?
And before I'm bricked, that album was something special.
Oh.
No, you
guess what, Six?
You
You're
really
fired again.
stretched out a bit. I mean,
No.
Wait. Parchy. What's Parchy saying?
I was gonna say you stretched out a bit. You covered a few more genres than I generally associate with you, and I think that's great. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you.
The funny thing is that like for all the crap I give Forrest for being a fail cake, because we know that he is.
Oh man.
Good job, Sliff.
I did not know Forrest for a long time, like when I started listening to his music, because I was listening to your music for a long time before I actually like knew you when you guys asked me to come on the show. And it's like the transition from going from like knowing somebody as a fan to knowing somebody as a friend, they're two very different things. And I've sort of got that like fan mode back right now because that was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Misha said something interesting about being a friend earlier today, I believe. It was something you said on Facebook.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to pull it up to remember the exact words because I posted it while I was at work. But you were talking about something, and it just reminded me of what Mulberry said. Oh, we were talking about like homosexuality and transgenderness and stuff like that, and and taking offense to it and stuff like that. And Mulberry, of course, that one night in Tiny Chat when we were in TeamSpeak, it comes on. It's like, wow, Forrest just seems extra faggy tonight. And I'm just like, that's just the way friendship is. If you're really, really good friends with somebody, you insult them. That's all there is to it. Friendship is insults.
Yeah.
Friendship is insults.
Friendship is insults. Yeah, forget magic. By name and
Seriously,
Forrest, you're so crap. We love you.
Yeah. Actually, so
I insult him every day.
I know Snowblitz insults me the most out of everybody in this show. So like,
I really question your insults. You get really vitriolic at times.
Not really.
Is a true friend.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
I'm a true friend.
A true friend is a friend indeed. A friend will swear at you and make you mean something like that. I don't know. Anyway, before we end off,
does more insults and more love than me. So.
Well, then there's
So
Bosch.
meh.
He does. He's got his set up.
Oh yeah,
friend
it's Bosch.
Anyway, so if you guys still have insults to throw my way, send them to Araxnus real quick. I'm just sort of shocked. I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to take a look. There was a bunch of questions that came through, and I just kind of wanted to like shotgun through them real quick to see if there was, stuff that we should accommodate or whatever. So some of the things that Araxnus has forwarded to me is Plasmoid Pulse asked me, how do you feel knowing that you're such an inspiration to so many people? It's funny. It's one of those things where it's like, I am? And then I was like, okay, I get emails and stuff from people, especially because of like Great to Be Different in the projects and stuff that happened because of that. But like, I don't know, it's just being a good person. Like like be a good person and try to share love and the things that make you tick in life. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, which is
fame has not messed with Forrest really.
It's
not really
nice.
Nope.
There's things like, yeah, I'm really busy and I can't talk to everybody all the time on Skype and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's people that are like, that guy never talks to me, I hate him, blah blah blah, and that's fine. I'm sorry.
Actually, to bring up like something that was kind of like a little heartwarming, I met a fan on a TeamSpeak server, and I actually decided, I was like, hey, maybe I should bring Forrest over. And it was just kind of one of those moments where it's like, see, he cares. He's just really, really busy.
He's a human being.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff to do. That was an interesting moment where he's like, oh yeah, so-and-so really wants to meet you, and we're just hanging out on this Minecraft server. I'm like, okay. But that was a neat moment. Let's see. Forrest, Spritefire asked if I am ever going to make an album of other songs I have laying around. Yeah, totally. If it's stuff like Bad Wolf, Snowdrop, Candlelight Nights, those were sort of one-offs, and they have their own place on my Bandcamp, so if people really want them, they can get them. So I don't really see, like, making an album with those really pertinent. Somebody, Midnight Muse asked, what's my favorite song by me? And the answer to that is always the latest song that I've done. The last song that I've put out is always going to be my favorite song.
I think that's the way it is with a lot of musicians.
I think, that's the way with the artists, yeah.
I feel the same way.
Artist.
The most recent one that I'm almost about to post is my favorite one right now.
Until it releases.
Yeah.
And my favorite soldiers right now. And
then it releases, you're like, oh my god, I'm tired of this already.
Yeah. King Shadow asked, extremely important question for me. What would I do for a Klondike bar? I'd punch Snowblitz in the face for a Klondike bar.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Friendship right
there. I'm not planning to do it. Yeah, friendship.
And again.
Friendship.
Summer Snow asked if they can buy those wristbands. At the moment, no. Maybe in the future, we'll see. But right now, I'm holding out for BronyCon. So I have a package of I think 100 that I've done so far, and they're the wristbands are being sent out. If you're one of the people that have participated in the Indiegogo campaign I did for BronyCon a while ago, I sent you all out an email earlier today that gives you access to the album. You get a free download link. You guys should have that in your email if you check it out. Also,
check your spam folders.
Yeah, check your spam
folders. Think Forest Rain is crap.
It says Forest Rain, and the subject is thank you. But yeah, you have a free download code, and also when you're getting the physical copies of the albums that you guys are getting as part of your perks for Indiegogo, you will be receiving wristbands as well. What else?
Friendship punch, Fritzy.
Friendship punch.
You didn't hear it earlier?
Friendship punch.
Punch. There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta get that punch in there.
The punch. All right, so I don't know. Is there anything else that we need to cover here? Anybody in the Philly radio chat or anything? Like, I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight and staying up late with us on a Tuesday night. It's a great end to Canada Day for me. Because I've spent all day just kind of like working towards this moment, and now it's done. So now I finally get to sleep. And
Canada celebrates with you, Forrest, for completely different reasons, but that's
exactly. Misha, I have to say thanks for coming on and representing Philly Radio along with Sal. Philly Radio has, Philly Radio has really been like a big part of my online Brony family, and like specifically in the CD. I even mentioned that written on the CD, the very first line is that this album would not be possible without the love and support of my online Brony family, which I love all of you guys more than you could ever imagine.
It's totally just because the Philly cast lets Forrest like curse in peace.
And like my online family now includes the EOH hosts and crew members too, because like I spend so much time with you guys. So. But
we don't let you curse.
But like Philly Radio, I've been with Philly Radio for probably 2 years now, 2.5 years, something like that. So we have history.
About the same amount of time. There's actually 3 things I wanted to mention in regards to that. One being, of course, something that was mentioned earlier, knowing you as being a fan of your music before actually knowing you. And I was the same boat. Like I definitely knew your music, and I was a big fan of it before even joining Philly Radio, and then the Philly cast and everything that's happened since then, and the transition between that and what we have now, and all the discussions and everything else that we've talked about over the years has just been something absolutely phenomenal. Something I wouldn't trade for the world. I actually forgot what the second point was. It was something regarding Philly Radio, but I completely forgot.
Aww.
But point 3 is the most important point, and that is over half of New Jersey is farmland. So. That's that.
Well, you want to hear something? I'm checking my spam and I see a lot of ads for buy Viagra. So
how does that relate to anything there?
It does not.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Thank you, Sal, for being completely off topic.
On Everfree.
Yes, and thank you for that mental image. Too.
Yeah. For those of you listening in, this is the stuff I normally edit out of one of these.
We don't do it live.
Yeah, this is how we do.
This is precisely why we do it live on the Philly cast.
Yeah, yeah. If you want more of stuff like this, but like with more vulgar profanity and like Mulberry. And his mulberryness. You can tune into the Philly cast. It happens on Sundays on Philly Radio. Philly Radio is a cool underdog radio station. They're fantastic. They play all the greatest stuff, but they play too much Aviators. Aside from that,
but it's funny you say that because you took over the stream and we're not getting your ID3 info or anything, so it's just continually showing the last song that played, which happened to be an Aviator song.
No! Rue your life, Aviators. But anyway, so.
Yes.
That's that.
If you want to join our degradation on Sundays, we're Sundays at 8 p.m. for the Philly cast, and it's definitely not safe for work, so keep that in mind. There's a whole disclaimer and everything that we have to air before we even go on.
Yeah, Misha makes these disclaimers. They're awesome.
And we are currently, because we're out of season between seasons on MLP, every second Sunday we're live. I don't know why I said Tuesday. Every second Sunday we're live, so that'll be next weekend. We will be live this weekend if I'm
not so much
sober enough. If I'm sober enough, I will remember to play a replay from a previous episode.
We also have
still stuff to tune into.
Everfree Northwest this weekend too, so there's going to be a lot of people doing that.
I'll be there.
Yeah. So congratulations to everybody.
I have a quick thing to say about Philly Cast, though.
Okay.
Like, if you decide you don't want to watch that, just watch Food Network instead.
Thanks, Cyril 2.0.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, so
hey, Cupcake Wars, man.
At the very end here, I am going to play a quick thing. One of our winners tonight was Tech Disc, and Tech Disc did a song that is where did it go? There it is. Okay, so Tech Disc did a version of Hey Ms. Derpy, but he did it with this thing that I forgot the name of already. But it basically doesn't completely in like Nintendo style, so it's kind of like chiptunes, but it's like legit, like it's actually done on a thing that you could port over to a Nintendo. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a fantastic night. Thanks for staying up, and thanks to everybody in the chat. And if you haven't, winners, if you haven't gotten in contact with somebody, please do. Otherwise, I don't have addresses to send things to.
Yeah. Try and make it Forrester or Axis and not just anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't randomly message anybody because you may get something
Send
funny
it to me
because
I won't do anything about it.
All right,
Just that.
so
Send it to me.
here we go. This is Tech Disc's version of Hey Ms. Derpy.
Yeah.
Once it starts playing, there we go. Good night, everybody.